Bucknuts. It's Thursday, March 9th, 2017. I'm Dan Rubin. This is the Bucknuts Morning 5 and Change, joined, as always, on Thursdays by the lovely and talented Steve Wiltfong, Director of Recruiting for 24/7 Sports. Steve, the sun is shining in the Midwest.
It absolutely is, man. Beautiful day. I already took my boy to daycare back home, sitting in my office. Excited to talk a little Ohio State recruiting with you, my friend.
Speaking of which, they had you on the road recently. You were in Las Vegas, but you were also there for work. Give us the lowdown on what you saw on at the 7-on-7, and there's a certain future Buckeye in there that kind of caught your eye.
Well, unfortunately for me, my fun ended almost as quickly as it started inside the Caesars. It showed me no mercy, and I bowed out quickly. But I was there for 2 more days after that for the Adidas 7-on-7 National Championship. And Jaiden Woodbey played for one of the best teams there out of California, Ground Zero Panoramic. And he was their best player. I mean, they went deep in the tournament. Jaiden Woodbey, I named him the top defensive performer at the camp in my article on 24/7 Sports Monday. The nation's number 3 safety per the 24/7 Sports composite. He is in the discussion as the top safety in America. He played corner the whole event, checked the other team's best receiver, checked guys going to Notre Dame, USC. He wasn't checking bums, and he was an in-your-face corner. He shut down Jaelen Hall, the nation's number 1 ranked receiver per 24/7 Sports composite. Even got a pick on a deep ball against Hall that Woodbey had great position on downfield. Hall was so taken out of the play by Woodbey that he didn't even make an attempt to make a play on the football. Just a tenacious player, a guy that is a high motor young man. I appreciate him a lot more. Obviously, we had him ranked in the top 100, but seeing him compete in person for 2 days, I appreciate Jaiden Woodbey even more. Certainly going to be a guy that'll make an impact at Ohio State before it's all said and done. He can do anything in the secondary, Dan. I mean, he's one of those new age DBs. I mean, you'll be able to play nickel with him. He'll be able to play safety. You know he's going to be physical and come up in the box and hit somebody. Be able to tackle a guy like a Saquon Barkley. He's really the total package, and he's just a good kid. He's visiting Ohio State again later this month, and then has another 3-day trip booked in April. Those are big because I think Ohio State is going to have to fight to keep him. I know he's saying all the right things. He's booking all the right visits, and I'm not saying he's going to flip, but he did say that his mom wants him to make sure that he's looking at all his options before getting to Columbus. So we'll see what happens there, but right now all looks good on the Buckeye front with those 2 upcoming trips, and they're getting a great player.
In person, how about his size? What did you think?
No, I mean, he's thick, he's thick. He's over 6 foot tall, over 200 pounds, and moves well. He's a guy that'll be able to come in right away and play if there's an opportunity with the depth chart, or if he's able to beat, you go to a school like Ohio State, you're going to have some alphas already in the locker room, but he'll physically come in and be ready to push the room.
Another big-time target in the class of 2018 is Taron Vincent, the defensive tackle from IMG Academy. Some may know him from his days at Gilman in Baltimore. Regardless, he tops the desire chart for Ohio State. He's long been considered, I don't know about a lean to Ohio State, but Ohio State's been in the mix. He has recently said that he's down to 2 schools, Ohio State and Florida State. He visited Florida State last month, and there was a crystal ball run on him after that. He says he's coming to Ohio State to visit in a bit here, and will make his decision afterwards. What is your vibe on Taron Vincent? To me, he's the number 1 target in the class. What's your vibe on him as it relates to Ohio State or Florida State, and then what you think of him as a prospect?
Well, I knew we were going to be talking about Taron Vincent today. I read Bill Kierlich's article yesterday on Bucknuts, and where he talked to Taron, and Taron said it was indeed down to those 2, and he's going to come back to Ohio State. So I did some checking on my side to see what I could dig up on it. And it's obvious this visit to Ohio State is as big as it gets coming up, and they're going to have to lay it all out there, the opportunity, both on and off the field to flourish in this place. And it's not only an important visit for Taron, but it's going to be an important visit for his parents. Talking to the coaching staff at IMG, Taron's dad put the IMG staff through a hell of a questionnaire type session about why IMG would be a good fit for Taron. And I know they're doing it for the college programs, both the mom and the dad. And so the visit's going to be as crucial for everybody because they're going to sit down together as a family and make the decision for what's best for Taron. So Ohio State, they're going to need to go into that visit, and they know this, looking to make a great presentation for Taron and his family. And then Taron, the player, I mean, we talked about Jaiden Woodbey's motor and how tenacious he was over the weekend. And all those guys at St. John Bosco are like that. They're well coached up there in California. It's a powerhouse. Nobody, and I think I said this last week, there might not be a player in the country that plays harder than Taron Vincent. You know, talking to those guys at IMG during 2 games last year at halftime, Taron Vincent was puking in the locker room because he left it on the field for 2 quarters, then went back out there and played great second halves in both ball games. He is another relentless defensive tackle, knows how to play the game the right way, plays with such great technique and pad level. He's an explosive, strong guy. And so that's why he's coveted. And he'd be a great addition for both teams. And I could see it going either way. My crystal ball is on Ohio State right now, and we'll see what the Buckeyes do with that visit.
Yeah, he's tops on my list. I know he's not the classic 320-pound one technique that has evaded the staff, but still, they've been in the mix with this guy for so long, and he brings so much to the table that that's mandatory. The U.S. Army All-American game added another tremendous prospect recently. Do you want to expound on that a little bit?
Yeah, I had the pleasure of inviting Jaelen Gill yesterday. And Gill is a guy that obviously has been on our radar for a long time, banged up junior year, but we took him as an athlete, guy that could play running back or receiver in the ball game. And he committed on the spot, and the Army game's kind of become the Ohio State game, and we're excited to have another Buckeye in it.
No doubt. We'll end it there, and I'll also end this. I owe Jaelen a little bit of an apology. I said on the show last week I thought he was faster than Curtis Samuel. Then Curtis Samuel went out
and I did not.
4.31.
I argued it.
You did not. You were in the correct. You were in the right. Although I'm looking forward to seeing Jaelen Gill at the Combine in a few years, and if he goes sub 4.31, you'll hear a cheer out of the Gem City. That's it for today. Have a good one, Bucknutters.